Hey guys, welcome back. It's Mislay, and today I'm on Stakescape again. This morning there was a brand new update that came in, and they kind of explained everything that happened a little bit in the description, but I just want to go a little bit in depth for you guys. If you look here, this is just the title screen. After you log in, it's not too much has changed. Up at top it still tells you how many players are online, and now the version's 2.2.5. Still in alpha. It's not released quite yet. If you look on the right side on the bottom here, you see the save button moved over here along with the tax, which still has only pest control, and the quests, which they do reset the quests because I have both of these finished. And actually, if I do go through and do them again, I do get the rewards another time, which would give me 3 ice blitz, but I don't think I'm going to do that again. And then down here, we'll get to that in a second because I do want to show you the nerfs and the buffs. Over here we have the settings as usual. Nothing's really changed. We have the Facebook connection. I'm not going to go through that. There's also connections to the other links to their websites. And then you look at the normal tabs again. We'll start with those. Everything looks generally the same, except you see there's the NPC zone and the skill zone instead of the boss zone. So we'll get to that in a second. Right now I'm going to go into the dual arena for all you people that are wondering. New update, did they finally come out with staking yet? No, it's not quite out yet. We're looking forward to it and it should be coming soon, but you gotta hold on a little bit longer, but there's still plenty of things to do with this new update. I'm gonna start right here in the inventory, and if you look here on the right side, you can see 2 new tabs. They moved the crafting tab up into the inventory so it didn't take up a tab on the front page like it usually did. And then just if I select that, it'll bring me to the crafting menu, and I don't have anything to craft right now. And then you also look here, there's a new button. It's this arrow button, this turnaround button. If you click it, it turns green. And this was actually a suggestion I made to them. I don't know if it was just me, but I was like, my inventory's a mess, as you can obviously see. But I'm like, I really wish I had a way to move stuff around and organize it. And I guess they complied, because looky here. As long as the arrow's activated, you can select an item and select the item you want them to swap with. And if I go down, they're swapped. It's kind of hard to see, but that was there. Here, I'll do it up here so you guys can see it. I can swap these 2 items just like that, and it looks like it is a little bit glitchy. Let's see if I can just swap those items. Yeah, it is glitching out a little bit. That's kind of funny. But you guys just keep an eye on that. It should really help you guys keep organized. I know most of you probably sell everything in your inventory because you're like, GP, GP, GP. I just like collecting stuff. There was also another problem with the scroll bar on the right side here. You can see it's gone, which thankfully I also reported to them that I could not click on any of these items on the right side because the scroll bar was getting in the way. So they got rid of that, thankfully, so much, and they were so much help. They are really nice guys. If you guys do see any bugs or need any help with anything, you guys can click on the Facebook button on the front page, and it'll bring you to their page, and send them a personal message, as I have, and I've been talking with them. They're really complicable, and just a lot of help. Alrighty, so now that I've gotten the move around button, then we have the crafting menu, and then we still have the stats and the armor as well. Next, I'm gonna go into the shop. Now, there's obviously someone new here. He kind of sticks out like a sore thumb. He does quest capes, but you have to have a 99 in a skill, which currently there's only fishing out, which everyone's kind of happy about, but I'll get there in a second. Since there is fishing out, you do need to get the equipment. So if I go into the fisherman, you'll see that they got rid of everything but shrimps and lobsters cooked. So everything's gone, except now there's the fishing pole, harpoon, there's the lobster cage, and the small fishing net. Now what you can do is, if you purchase these, like I already have, I have them down here. And then if you exit and go into your inventory, you can equip them. And you will need to equip them to use them. So equip whichever one you need, or equip all of them. You will need proper levels in order to use them. So I'm just going to equip them all so I can show you guys when I get to fishing. So right now I have all 4 of the fishing items in my inventory. We'll get there in a second. Now let's go back to the shop, see if anything else has changed. I did kind of look through it and I didn't see anything specifically changed. Yeah, nothing except for really the fisherman changed, I don't think. So you guys keep an eye out on that either way. But realize you can't buy cooked anything that's more than lobsters. So you guys keep an eye on that. I lucked out because I have, 34,000 sharks. So I'm set, but for you guys that need food, they're probably looking into fixing that for you guys, or you guys are going to have to just live off of lobsters for now. Alrighty, let's get to the next step. The next thing is the NPC zone, which is what used to be the boss zone. Now there's called mob zone and boss zone. So mob zone is all of your non-boss mobs, such as the Cyclops, the Dark Beast, which I think is more of a boss, but that's alright. They still have generally the same drops. For some reason there is a little glitch where, there's 2 guards, but that's not going to affect anyone. They might fix that later. Then there's also the boss zone, where if you look, it's a nice way to separate them, I guess. Then you don't have to really go through them. But if you look here, there's something new. It's right here in the middle, up here. It's the Chaos Fanatic. He is a new boss, and I'll be showing you a little bit about him and here in a minute. So all the other bosses are generally the same. So if I exit this zone, we finally get down to the skill zone. The skill zone is where hopefully they'll be adding more skills, but right now they just have fishing and cooking. Actually, right now they only have fishing because cooking, if you try, says coming soon. So that's kind of a pain in the butt. But if we go into fishing, we get this little interface here. Yeah, I was fishing a little bit. If you look up, my level is 54. But what you can do is if you click on your things down here, as long as they're in your inventory slots, then you can choose them. At level 1, you will need the fishing net, and you can only fish with the fishing net. Once you get to level 20, you can use the fishing pole to get you cod or trout, not cod. And then once you're to level 40, you can use the lobster pot to get lobster. And then once you're, I believe it was level 50, either that or level 40 as well, where you can use the harpoon. And then I believe when you get to level 60, you can use it on shark, somewhat like OSRS. Anyways, that's the fishing, and then you do get experience for, if we look here for the fishing net with shrimps, you get, I believe it's 10 experience, yep, 10 experience apiece. Then with the cod, you get 50. With the lobsters, you get 90. And then if I pull up the harpoon here, with the tuna, you get 90 as well, I believe, but with the swordfish, you get 100. So let's exit out of that. When you do catch fish, they are raw, which is kind of upsetting because you can't cook them yet. So really the only way you can use them so far is selling them. I do have quite a lot, but I can't do anything with them. I wonder if I can... let's see. No, you cannot equip raw food, so you can't eat it. Alrighty, and then I just want to get to the auction house. There's nothing really new here. Let's see if they change. Nope, still 5 max auctions. Alrighty, now let me go back to the crafting menu, or I'm going to show you something about the crafting menu. I'm going to go down to the stats button down here, select this, select the crafting menu. Everything looks the same except 2 new things that we've been waiting for, which is the odium and malediction shields. So the 3rd piece did come into the game. I'll show you where in a second, but you can finally craft them if you have all 3 pieces. Alrighty, and then another thing they said that they did was they did some nerfs and buffs with weapons. I've been looking, I didn't really get to see too much before the update, but I did notice one thing. They added specs to the Dragon Halberd, and I believe they added a spec to the Guthrin Spear that wasn't there previously. But otherwise, I think everything's generally the same. let me exit out of that. If we go over here, there's a new addition to armors that's not in here, but it's dropped by the new boss. I'll show you that in a second. The food remains the same. I believe they added swordfish just this game, but or no, it was already there. My bad. Here, I don't think much has changed except for the new stuff that the boss drops. So I'll get there in a second. Clue scrolls. This is something new that came in. Since they did remove the presents from the game, there's still the easy, medium, and hard. On easy, it stayed the same. On medium, there was a glitch going around that I reported to them where the ranger boots weren't showing up on this. So when I got ranger boots, I was freaking out because I didn't think they were actually in the game. But they do come from medium clue scrolls, and I have gotten them from them. So they fixed that, as you can see right here. And then on hard, they added the Robin Hood hat. That is really helpful, I think. And then instead of the presents, they replace it with elite clue scrolls. I will have to see in a second what actually drops these. But if you look here, we have the third age armor, which is the strongest armor in the game, I believe. And then the ranger's tunic. So let me get back. Actually, I want to see if the hard drops in elite. Nope. I'm going to see if they have any of the third age armor in here real quick. No, they don't. So I can't really give you very good examples as to what they can do, but in OSRS they're the strongest, so they have to be the strongest here. That's my only guess. I also believe that Barros is the strongest currently. Behind that, I don't think any of them got nerfed for the armors. No. Alright. Next, let's get into the bosses. See what's changed for them and what the new boss drops. I'm going to go ahead and go to the Chaos Fanatic. He does drop 250 rune essence, a couple runes, swordfish and sharks, which are going to be helpful for people that, you know, ran out of food, if you can kill them. Then we got the other two shards, the very first shards, and then we have the second and the third from the Scorpion and the Architect. And then we also have hard clue scrolls he drops, and the Chaos Elemental Pet, which is rare, very rare. I'm just gonna go through these real quick and see what's changed, and you guys can kind of look at them too. I think the Dagger got a buff as well, or a nerf. I don't think Kriara dropped Curve Bone, but that's probably just me forgetting about it. I'm trying to see who drops the Elite Crew Scrolls. I didn't really get a chance to see that. Okay, this is where the Elite Crew Scrolls. This is really helpful. So, Elite Crew Scrolls are with Darox, or not, I'm sorry, the Barros brothers. And then also Barros brothers drops have been buffed for a certain amount of time, so you guys really want to be doing Barros just to get those Elite Crew Scrolls, and also the buff on the drop rates for all of the items. So really, I would spend a lot of time doing that along with fishing, but fishing will always be there, so guys really check this out. Do some Barros if you have a chance. The Cerberus hasn't really changed. Let's see, we already checked him out. He hasn't changed. The Corporal Beast is the same. He hasn't changed as well. Except I do not know if he did drop the red Dehyde before. I believe that's all that's really changed. Except for, I know on this became a common drop instead of an uncommon. A little bit more helpful. I do have a video for you guys about medium clue scrolls that I think you'll like. I'll be posting that in a little bit. Oh, we also have we have Han and what's this guy's name? It's Venus. Yeah. So these are the drops from the, or no, these aren't the drops. These are the quest creatures. I don't know. Yeah, you can actually fight them, but they are for the quests when you guys do them, which I would suggest doing if you haven't yet. And they did do a reset on some of the stats, if I could open it up. They did a reset on most of them, but they kept the bigger ones, even though they already reset them on my other ones, so they're still kind of wimpy, which is kind of upsetting. They also added whether you won or lost against Han or Venus. Sorry if I'm saying this wrong. Other than that, I don't think much has changed. with weapons and stuff, but there's definitely a lot of new stuff to get into. If you guys do find any bugs or have any complaints or ideas, go ahead and reach to them on Facebook. They'll probably be more than willing to help. They've been really good about responding to me like within a day. And if you guys do love, me doing these videos and introducing stuff to you, if you want me to do more of it, drop a like, a comment, just let me know that you're playing, and I'd love to respond to you guys. I've responded to other people that have messaged me and commented on my videos. But you guys have a nice day, and enjoy.